And welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Wil. And today, guys, we are going to talk the Chiefs shellacking that they just gave us. We're going to talk about the bye week. We're going to talk about Denver. And we got a couple special guests today. So make sure that you guys stay locked in. And let's get what up, my people. So, hey, you already heard SSJ, baby. It's all about the Raiders. And today, baby, I got some special guests. Coming back, representing TBH Spoken, we got our boy, Tony Bova.
And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop,
boom, let's go, baby.
World debut, I know they gon' fiend everything.
How are you today, my brother?
Oh, man, just living life, man. Doing good. How about you?
Good. And representing TBH Denver is our sis, Krista Maestas. How are you, sis?
What's up, guys? I'm doing good. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. So, hey, guys, today we got a great show lined up. We're going to let you guys know what we think is going on with the Raiders. Lots of stuff to talk about. Honestly, man, I wish we were talking in a better situation, right? But, man, guys, this is tough this season. We were just talking about it in the green room. We cannot buy a win and we can't get it together. Guys, give me your evaluation of the Raiders season or what's the biggest disappointment for you guys so far this year? Then let me know. So, Krista, I'm going to start with you because, you are our special guest and you not like Tony, an old timer.
Right.
So, sis, let us know.
So, I think the biggest disappointment, and just from, talking to other members and other fans, was, that expectation of bringing in, new veteran coach, veteran quarterback. I know we might not go undefeated, but I did want at least a 500 year or something close, seeing some development. And unfortunately, just the heavy disappointment in the way, coaching and playing. It's just, it's been tough sitting back and watching. Literally, we have zero offensive line. Like, it's been tough watching, what bringing those guys in, what they could do for the organization and the Raiders and our fans. And watching it is, it's heartbreaking. It's even hard to visually watch. So, those are one of my takeaways is, all these promises, and I get it. New coach, we're building, we're rebuilding. I get it. I just expected a little more.
Okay. Tony Bova, biggest disappointment so far.
Man, it's I just got done watching, I think it was one of the Major Leagues, the movie Major Leagues. And in that movie, he says, you have no marbles. And, they just are not playing with a passionate intensity like Max Crosby is on the defensive side of the ball. I'm not saying they all got to get hyped like that, but they're not playing with there's no passion in their play. I mean, and they're just kind of like, if you've coached or seen a youth football game and it doesn't go their way, they start huffing and puffing and they start slacking and their shoulders. You can read it in their body mannerisms. And these guys just are not playing passionate football. And that's the 100% most disappointing thing to watch is because I don't care if we lose. I mean, yes, I want to win. But, the effort and your attitude is the two things you can control in the game. And we're just not seeing it.
Yo, Tony and Krista, I cannot disagree with you guys one bit. I'm going to tell you right now what I think about the season. Man, I bought the juice. I bought what they were selling, man. I was like, yes, Pete Carroll, we finally did it the right way. We're getting all these right pieces together. And man, we just come out there and we just are the freaking comical. We're comical, bro. We can't even get anybody together. Our line is inconsistent. We have so many failures at so many different levels that it's really sad and it's a really difficult thing to see, especially out there on the field, man. I really do think that there's been a lot of disappointment. So for me, it's been the coaching staff, right? Because you come in and you say, we're going to win and we're going to win a lot and we're going to do this. And what I'm seeing right now is not a lot of winning. And I'm not seeing a lot of people out there saying, hey, man, I believe in this coaching staff. If there is somebody out there that believes in this coaching staff, please let us know.
I think it's Pete Carroll. I think he believes in himself a little too much.
And I can see what you're saying there, right? You believe your own juice. You believe that, hey, man, I can do this. But Pete said it. He came out in an interview and said, man, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is a lot bigger situation. This is a lot tougher. But again, Pete, then why come out and say, hey, I've done it at every other stop. So we're going to do it here and we're going to win big time and we're going to do it again. Can't do that, man. Can't do that because Raider Nation's going to hold you accountable.
Especially when he's got all this stuff, but he won't pull like Gino should not have been playing all those games.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know if you put in Pickett. I don't know what you do, but you got to try something. You can't just ride the sucker until the whole season's gone. You got to make a move eventually. Like, something's got to change. And, I mean, I don't know. Like, I know he's got, ties to Gino, and now he's got ties to Tyler Lockett. Yay. Like, but when are you really going to, like, put, like, that aside and say, I'm trying to put the team first and, and go with something different? Like, you got to try something.
Yeah, agree. We're at a point right now where, I mean, we cannot, like, lose any more games to even, like, be considered, like, any kind of contingency. I mean, you have to make a change. And if you keep doing the same thing, right, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Like, you cannot continue with Geno Smith. We all, know he's in there to win it, but throw something else in there. Let the players experience, let the fans experience. I mean, you got to change it up. Just doing the same thing over and over again, you're kind of just pissing everybody off.
Mark my words on this. Watch this. When Gino gets benched and you're at your viewing spot, watch the energy change when Kenny Pickett comes in the game.
Guaranteed.
Or AOC. Watch how excited they're going to be again because there's a change in the direction. Once that benching comes, watch your viewings. I mean, you're going to see your energy just be like, come up, watch.
I would tend to agree with you, but right now, man, the way that Kenny Pickett came in the game last game just to fumble the ball, it was really tough to watch that.
Right. Oh, no, and I'm not saying the results are going to be different, but there's something going to be different because the guy's going to be a totally different person back there. I mean, he probably might make all the other mistakes that we got, but guess what? Hell, they're new mistakes. Let's go. It's something different on the field. Like, change something. Try something.
No, I got you. So let me ask you guys this. Have the Raiders shown any consistency or identity this year for you guys?
Consistently bad.
Yeah, I mean, the defense, you know what I mean? You got to hand it to the guys. They're out on that field a lot. Max Crosby is a consistent leader when it comes to things like that. And he's out there and, he even when he's not on the field, he is consistently trying to, motivate the offense when he's on the sideline saying, hey, man, I got your back, go out there and do something. So that's about all I have for consistency. Consistent interceptions.
I love what you were saying, right? It's hard.
Yeah.
So when I looked at that question and I said, have the Raiders shown any consistency or identity this season? No, we have shown only the identity that we are a bad team. Bad. And I'd be like, not that we, can't get things together or, defensively we haven't made stops or anything like that. But when you look at the totality of the games and the totality of our defense, bro, we're not getting turnovers. Our
Yeah.
offense can't get first downs. I mean, like, let's just look at the Chiefs game. We got 30 plays on offense. I don't know about your guys' bar, but my bar, when you only got 30 plays on offense, I mean, like, people weren't even watching the game anymore.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee. I'll tell you what. About the second quarter, we really had a good time socializing.
Right. It's true.
Like
I'm like, you know
we were
what?
chilling and we had a
Yeah.
great time. But I couldn't. I had to go back and rewatch highlights of the game, which was a very short video. But it, I like, you just lose interest sometimes when you're in there when you see that constant lack of whatever it's lacking. You can put insert lacking and anything behind it numerous times, but and then you're watching other teams and you're just going, how are we literally like? How are we not? How did we not like score something? You know what I mean? Like we're that like it just there was no passion to like let's get in field goal range and just kick that sucker and get something. Like there's just nothing.
Yeah. Very
I'm there
disappointing.
with you. You know, I'm there 100%. So I'm going to move on to my next question for you guys, which is how has the team looked mentally and emotionally through these first 9 games to you guys? I'm going to start with Tony on this one.
The emotion I see is from the Max Crosby side of the defensive side of the ball. Um,
No. How has the team looked mentally and emotionally?
oh,
The team, not just one player.
oh,
The team.
I don't, I can't see it. I don't see. It's just blank to me almost. There's like no. There's just they're there doing the motions. It's almost like they're sleepwalking. I don't see much out of them, and that's what's frustrating. But
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Anger, frustration. Nobody's out there having a good time. I mean, you can't win football games not being able to motivate each other, in every aspect. So, I mean, yeah, the emotions are, definitely not positive. It's all negative, all of it.
if they were just as partially as intense as we are about this situation, we would be really good, and they should be 1,000 times more than us because they're the ones actually on the field doing it. But like they just seem like we're more passionate about change in Raider Nation than the players are, and that is not going to be successful in any avenue of football when the fans have more passion than the players.
I'm going to put it like this, man. I really feel like they've checked out. I feel like some players have literally checked out. I think that they're in a place where it's almost like purgatory, right? We talk about, hey, we should be in a winning position. We should be far ahead. We should be. The Predator is in the house. So, hey, salute, family. Love you, brother. TBH Albuquerque. Yes, sir. Yo, but the team is in purgatory. The team doesn't have an identity. They don't know what to do. I'd be like, if you look at us in that game versus the Chiefs, tell me that felt like a rivalry. Tell me those guys came out on fire and said, we're going to win this game. No, bro. We came out and we looked flat. We looked scared. We looked like we didn't even belong on the same field as the Chiefs.
Did it?
So,
Yeah, it was disappointing in all aspects. Man, that was a hard game. I don't think anybody really watched that from opening kick to the final. There's no way you can mentally. There's no way I could mentally watch that shit. It was crazy.
well,
No, I went out. I went out. I mean, I did.
Yeah.
I checked on everybody in the viewing area, had conversations with everybody. I went outside. Like, I did everything to make the situation of what we were doing in Spokane pleasant, I guess you could say. Because we can't watch the game, and I mean, a lot of people waited to the very end, but they weren't paying attention to the game to the very end for sure, because we were hanging out, we were talking, how mad it was. It was, yeah, it definitely was interesting. It was not a game at all. It was social, socializing.
All right. Well, let me ask you guys this last question on this transition or in this segment here. Okay. So in this segment, my last question for this one is going to be: was the loss to the Chiefs rock bottom or just another bad week? And let me start with Krista.
No, I don't think it was rock bottom. I think that coming off of this bye week and after that huge loss to the Chiefs, these guys really have to take it. They're professionals. They can't be at a rock bottom position. I do believe that we will go out there and perform. I pray that we're going to go out there and perform on Sunday, being on our home field. I'm really hoping that this is going to be a turnaround. Kansas City was pretty bad, but um, I don't know if you could get any worse. So, I mean, it's got to turn around. It's got to turn around from this point. So, in my opinion, positive looking for here on out. And of course, that game coming up with Denver, which is really big for us here. We're definitely going to turn it around.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yo, Tony Bova, is the Chiefs game the rock bottom for the Raiders?
No, you said this team is in purgatory a second ago. I would say purgatory is rock bottom. So like we've been kind of mulling on the bottom. So I see it as just another bad game, but it's a string of bad games together that is weighing the season down together. So you can't just put it on one game because that effort was pretty crappy. But we've seen pretty crappy effort and more, like we've seen other bad effort out there this season. So it's not, maybe the results might have been better, but the effort is just kind of molding on the bottom. So I believe that is part of a bigger rock bottom problem in the year. So I would say it's just another horrible game.
So I hope it's rock bottom because if we play Denver and the way that Denver is playing right now, bro, we might catch all the smoke in the Mile High City and not the smoke that everybody likes to catch. The smoke from the Broncos. So, I mean, like, and that's where it's difficult to say, right? Is this rock bottom for the Raiders? I don't think so. I think we still, I think if we can get by the Broncos and we look good, then yeah, we hit rock bottom with the Chiefs and we're on our way up. But if we can't get it together in these next two games, ooh, man. I mean, like, hey guys, we better be prepared for a 2-15 season. And and that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But
No,
go ahead.
It's not looking that way, but would be surprised. Like the results, maybe the wins and the losses will come with a better effort. Like I mean, I say losses and wins because you're gonna. Hopefully, there's no losses in the season because there's winning and learning. Like, but they're just not learning enough to make the changes into wins. So maybe the effort might get better. Maybe you'll see more passion out there. Hopefully, maybe that will result in some better wins. But man, I just hope they go down swinging. Like, do something.
No, absolutely, Tone. I got you, my brother. So, hey, man, no doubt about it. We hope that this isn't the rock bottom, but we hope we get out of it. We hope that we keep moving on. But yo, let me ask you guys some questions here. I know that we were in the bye week after that. So, what do you guys think happened during that bye week? I'm going to ask you guys, like, hey, do you think the team was just resting, reflection, regrouping? What do you think was going on in that locker room? And what the coaches were doing, what the players were doing. Give me you guys insight on that. And I'll start with Tony.
Man, I hope they were looking at all the social media forums that they could see and look at the Raider Nation's comments that you see online and just be embarrassed of that was crazy. Like we've been talking about it for a while. It's crazy. And so like maybe they can see how crazy it is and go, you know what? But we can't be. I can't have. I gotta try harder. Like maybe they can motivate themselves with those negative comments. Hopefully, it doesn't go the wrong way and bring them weigh them even further down though. So it's kind of a double-edged sword on that side. So
All right.
Yeah,
Sid?
yeah, it's got to be reflection, right? I mean, these guys, some of them have been playing for years. And they cannot lead by example and just beat each other up. It's going to be another game next week. It's going to be another playbook to study. It's going to be, we got to keep moving on. We cannot reflect. Can't keep going backward. And I'm really hoping that was the conversation that they had in that locker room. Keep it professional. And people have to say, this can't happen again. We need to fix this. We need to do it together. And I'm really hoping that kind of conversation happened. I'm really hoping that you know Tom Brady all the way down. They come back and they're like, "Look, we got your back." We as coaches also need to regroup and figure this shit out. So that as a team, as an organization, they need to get their shit together and figure it out. But they can't do it like tears in your beers. They got to be
right.
motivated that we are on the way to make things right. Somehow, some way, they got to make it right.
My
No,
heart almost
absolutely.
stopped
I'm
when
going
she
to tell
said.
you.
My heart almost stopped when she said Tom Brady come back in the same
And
sentence. I misheard for a second. I kind of said, whoa, whoa.
no,
I don't know about that, but it can't be no
no,
worse.
no, they just need his money.
Right, right.
Oh, hey, just so you know, Krista, Predator will be bringing you a patch when he comes up to Denver. He says he can't
Oh,
wait to
right
be in
on,
Denver,
brother.
by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you right now, Tony, this is what Pete Carroll was doing on the bye week. We need players, aisle 6. Raiders players, please lined up. Offensive lineman over here, defensive lineman over here. Anybody that can just come and play, please come to us. Bro, he was doing announcements. He was trying to get people together. He was trying to do everything. Because I'm telling you right now, there is a lot of things going on, man. There's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of things because I'm telling you right now, I know that people are not happy. People are going like, hey, are we not having success? Why did we spend $6 million to get 3 first downs? And Chip Kelly's probably like,
Guys, I'm ready. I'll have the team fired up. I'm Chip Kelly, offensive guru.
That's things that have to happen, guys. And I'm telling you guys, I'll be like, all these things have to happen. I mean, like, we have to get lit up. We have to have some sort of want, some sort of need. So when you go and say, hey, we got reflection, absolutely. If I'm the coach, I'm reflecting, I'm seeing what I'm doing wrong. I want to talk to my players. I want to re-gel the team. If I'm looking at JPJ, I'm apologizing for all this bullshit that I'm putting you through because I'm not doing my job. And that's where I'm like, hey, I hope that he's looking at his coaching staff. I hope that he's looking at things. And this is going to lead into my next question. All right, guys. If you are the head coach, what's the first thing you're fixing? And I'm going to start with Krista.
As a head coach, I think you have to reflect on yourself, right? How is your leadership? And anybody that is either been in like a leadership or manager position, you're only as good as the team, but these people look up to you. You need to figure out how they're going to react. What is it going to take for him, Pete Carroll, to change so that people react to him and show him, hey man, we do want to play for you. Because I don't know if he's getting any of that. And that's got to be, number one thing. like we were talking about before, when you cannot keep Geno Smith in there. We love the guy. I know you love him, but show the players that you're ready to adapt and that you need to accept change. Change needs to happen. And his players need to do that. So if I was Pete Carroll, you got to work on yourself. You got to do some things, man, and you're not going to get the buy-in.
Okay. Oh, Predator says O line and play calling. So, Tony
Yeah.
Bova, what's the first thing you're fixing?
Man, I think you got to shore up the offensive line.
Yeah.
If I'm not saying that he is rushed quite a bit, and if he's already making bad decisions, we really need to give him as much time as possible. So like, you got to open up those holes for Genty to be able to run through. You got to get. I know Bowers has been hurt, so you got to get him.
Tony? Okay.
He's frozen.
Tony froze up on us. We'll see what happens. But, all right, the first thing that I'm fixing, sis, if we get this done, right, the first thing I'm looking at is saying, hey, I actually have to look at my coaching staff. I have to look at the guys that are in charge that just not giving us the continuity up front that's making us have problems, right? So when I look at that, I say, hey, you know what? And let me switch this up because I have to look. I'm coming in that locker room, sis, and I'm telling you like this. Son, I'm talking to Nate Carroll and I'm talking to Brennan Carroll, and I'm going like, that shit together. That's exactly the way I'm talking to them. Because honestly, dude, they can't get it together. We're having a lot of issues, and I'm getting feedback from other people saying, hey, you're not doing your job. And when things like that happen, that means I need to make changes. And I'm either going to fire your ass, because if it's my son or me, I love my son to death, but I am not going to sit here and put my head coaching job and get fired because my son can't handle his stuff. And that's how the way I feel. I don't know about you, sis. I mean, like, I know that we've struggled in a lot of phases, but I really do feel like it's the Suns, like they are in a position and we're struggling there.
Yeah. He needs to make changes, he needs to let go of those things that he loved, and best, efforts for the team.
Absolutely. All right. And let's go on to the next question here, sis. Do you still believe in this, or do you think the players still believe in the system, or have the players checked out of the locker room?
I do think that they still believe. We still have some games left. We still have a good half season. So, I do believe that a lot of them are willing to stick it through, and, we're going to finish out this season with the bang. And that there's still, there's still hope in there. I don't think that they've given up. I know that there was talk about, Myers and him wanting to leave and all this stuff, but, he's sticking around. So, there is hope there. I don't think that the players have given up. I think it's, we're halfway through it. We have to start winning some football games. It's what comes down to it.
Okay. Hey, Tony, so we moved on to the next question, and it was like, do you still believe, do you think?
I froze again.
Oh, Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm good.
Okay. It says, do you think the players still believe in the system, or has the locker room checked out?
I believe they checked out because just the effort. I mean, if they believed in the system, they'd be having a little more effort. Kind of like I was saying earlier with the lack of passion. If there's no passion, you're pretty much out anyways, checked out mentally. So like, because you need your passion in your game to succeed. Like they know that because they've been doing it for years. Like, but Yeah, 100% checked out. They've checked up the deuces and been outro for a minute. So
No, absolutely. And Geo Mix is in the building, baby, with Raiders. Raiders! Let's go, baby. You already know what the business is, man. But I'm going to tell you like this, guys. Do I think the players still believe in the system, or have they checked out of the locker room? I don't believe all the players have checked in out of the locker room, but I'm telling you right now, if we continue in this manner, they are going to check out quickly because we are
Yeah.
struggling. We don't have to have any continuity, any answers. And when you see your offensive line struggling, and you see these guys had success at the end of that last year, and then you come in and you keep changing things, I really feel like the players are going to check out. And this is where I'm like, hey, you saw it in this last game. Tell me that team is a team that's locked in. Tell me that's a team that's ready to go. No. That team looks like, hey, man, we look like a third grade team. I was telling Matt, I was like, man, you should get your sixth grade team, suit them up in some Raider suits, and we can put them out there, and they're going to do the same damn thing for less damn money. So people can't tell me that these players have not checked out. And Gio says there's 26 players on a 1-year contract this year.
Eeks.
Looking like a rebuild. But my thing is this. I'm like, if you have 26 players on a 1-year contract, there should be 26 guys fighting like dogs to get a contract. Yeah. Why are they not doing this? And if they're acting like this, and when your team's like this is where the problem lies, right? Like I said. But all right, guys, let's move on to this Jacksonville game. I'm going to ask you guys here some questions on this Jacksonville game. Is this game a must-win for the Raiders? Krista?
Oh, hands down. I mean, moving forward, especially when they come out to Denver, it is a must-win. Just rapport alone for the Raider Nation, we got to win this game. Coming off a bye week, I mean, I know we can't look much worse than we did against Kansas City, but we cannot have those same results. We cannot. You know, I mean, it's got to. We can't have 0 points. You know, we got it. I mean, being blown out, horrible.
So
it can't be like that. This is a must-win game, 100%.
All right, Tony B.
I mean, every game's a must win. Every game needs to be like you're fighting for your playoff life, even though we might be obviously overlooking at that time. But we have to extend drives this weekend and keep the ball moving in a positive direction. Because when we and the drives move forward, you extend the drives, it seems to pick up some of the belief in the system. You know, you're going to build some more, hey, because you fought extended time during this game, even though you're in the same amount of game the whole time with everybody anyways, but you'll see your shoulder to shoulder, you're fighting. Okay, cool, I see you. And, you know, now you want them to see you. So, like, you're going to be challenged. Extend those drives, get that ball out there, build that passion.
I'm going to tell you guys like this. Hell yeah, this game is a must-win for the Raiders because I do not see any other place on the schedule where we're going to get wins like this, okay? This team isn't playing on its top. Trevor Lawrence is struggling. Hunter's coming into his own. But if we don't learn how to stop this, man, we are screwed. I don't see anything in the past, right, or to get past this team. I don't see this team as a team that we can't beat. But if we can't beat this team, Tony, we're going to go into Thursday playing the Broncos while they're hot? I'll be like, think about it. I'll be like, it is a must-win now again. Maybe not a must-win, but a must-fight game. A game where we show some fight, a game where we show some willpower, a game where we run the football, where we get first downs, where we make some stuff happen. Because if not, man, I'm going to tell you like this. Pete's going to be sitting here at Walmart like this. Hey, guys, I'm looking for a job. Pete Carroll here, aisle 5. Come pick me up. Because the Raiders are going to put him on sale. And I don't think the Raiders are going to get rid of him, but I'm telling you right now, man, he's going to be in the hot seat. It's not going to be comfortable. It's going to make it so that way. I'm telling you right now, if we don't see Jacoby Myers play this weekend, by the way, as well, I'm concerned. I'm looking at a trade part. They're already looking at it. But if he plays, then it changes.
For sure.
You know,
100%.
like that. But, all right, let's move forward, man. Hey, Krista, what are your keys to victory for the Raiders versus the Jaguars?
We got to stop the defense. The offensive line needs to really step up their game. They got to provide enough protection. You're like you said before, the man already has problems trying to, hit that route. So, like I said, Brock Bowers just coming back. Really get Jacoby Myers involved in the game. Our offense right now, I know people always say defense wins games. I get that. But our offense needs to score some points. We have to score some points. We cannot have that big old donut or, kicking field goals. We got to make touchdowns. That's how we're going to win. We got to make touchdowns. It has to be like that.
Our play calling needs to have them guessing and not just going, okay, they're throwing it to Bowers. I'm going to shut that down, force them to go somewhere else, and somewhere else is not going to be there. Thornton, get him some looks. Petch, bring him in, like something. Like, we got to have variety and keep them guessing. Get these guys involved, more guys involved than just, Genty, Bowers, Myers, over here, Tucker every once in a while. We got to get more variety in our play calling and get people looks to find out what's going to work. And then when we find what works, they got to be able to continue to execute. So they got to just figure it out on the fly, probably, obviously, but we got to find it and run with it. But the variety's got to be there.
I am with Sis. We need to protect Geno Smith, and we need to give Genty some running lanes. So, O-line, you need to play like the big boys and suit up and strap up and make it happen, baby. I'm going to tell you like this. A good offensive line is a remedy for a lot of things. And a bad offense is definitely one of them. Run the football. Use Genty. Use Bowers in the play action game. Use your receivers in the play action game. Move the pocket with Geno Smith. On defense, we need to stop playing scared. I'm going to tell you like this. Fuck your cover 3, okay? This whole cover 3 is that crap, because that's some pussy ball. We need to man up. We need to go, hey, you know what? This is what we do. We play a hybrid. We play some man. We play some zone. We go in there. We try to confuse the quarterback. We try to do different things. But this whole playing a soft zone and saying, hey, you know what? These are the corners you chose. These are the players you chose to have there. You got to let them make mistakes. Let it ride.
Right.
But to have a dumbed down defense and then be like, oh, you know what? On offense, we're just going to play vanilla. That's the problem. We can't do shit because we can't block. And I'll be like, on defense, we're going to have to do 2 things. We're going to have to contain the Jags' run game and confuse Trevor Lawrence. And I'm going to tell you which one's easier right now. It's confusing Trevor Lawrence because stopping that run game is tough. They average 5 yards a carry. So I'd be like, that's going to be the biggest differences for me, and those are my keys, right? So I'm going to ask you guys one. Pick one player Who needs to step up this week? And Krista, I'm going to start with you. I want you to challenge this player. I need to know who you think needs to stand up and make a play. Or make
Geno Smith. Geno Smith. If they're going to start Geno Smith, he needs to step up. Like, quarterbacks are supposed to be leading the people on the field, right? He needs to show that he can divide his offense, utilize numerous players, get Genty the ball, make some moves, run around a little bit, make some smart calls. I mean, if he needs to do some change in play calling, then do what you got to do to make it happen, Geno. But you need to step up. It's that time. I want to see results. I think everybody else does too.
All right. Tony B?
We were talking offensive line and getting the run game going. So I would say JPJ in the middle has got to get that identity and like when he came out of college, we were so excited about getting that gritty lineman, like that was going to be like ripping heads off and just tearing it up. Get that back, get that identity back and build that. So JBJ like needs to establish that dog back in that offensive line and start taking those the guys that just run right by him, like start getting pissed off that they're making you look like they are, and you got to establish that run game, and it starts with the middle. So let's go.
All right. Yeah. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, Ronnie, and I'm agreeing with Ronnie and I'm agreeing with Krista. Ronnie says, Geno Smith. Geno Smith. I need to challenge you right now, bro. I hope you're listening. I hope you guys get this thing into the hype stream. Push that little hype stream right there in the little comment section if you're on YouTube. Put it into the stream, bro. Geno Smith, you need to get your stuff together, bro. You need to get up and eat your breakfast sandwich. Get mentally ready. You know that you're going to be pursued. You know it's going to be a tough game, but get in there, have some huevos, grow up, and make sure that you're not turning over the ball. Throw it to the same guys in the same color uniform, baby. I mean, we're silver and black. It's very hard to miss. You don't have to throw it into double or triple team. Throw it into the guys that are wide open with nobody around them. If nobody's there, use your legs, extend the play. Geno, we need you, baby. We don't need the Geno Smith from the Jets. We need the Geno Smith from the Sea Chickens. So bring that sea chicken ass over here and get your fucking butt to working, man, because we need the real Geno Smith to stand up. All right, guys. Now, let me get a realistic score, an MVP prediction from you guys. And Tony, I'm going to start with you, bro.
24-17 Raiders. MVP. 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, 146 yards. Genty. He's gonna break. He's gonna have a big game. So I hope someone wrote that down, because when I come back and he has 146 yards, it's gonna be crazy. Watch. Please get 146 yards. That should be wild. That'd be wilding out. Like, man, I'd go play the lotto right now.
Oh, man. All right, sis. So I want your score predictions, and who do you think will be your MVP?
So I was thinking of 21-17 Raiders, and I'm really looking for Max to come back and, pick 6. Cover yourself out, turn it in. You're really going to have to mess up this O-line. You're really going to have to throw them off with all that hair. Grab a locket or 2. Do something, but you got to throw off this Jacksonville offense. And what makes it better than having a big defensive play?
All right, man. I really like the score. I do. I mean, like, it seems really possible, but I'm going to go 21-14. And Geno Smith comes in at the end and throws an absolute dime to Tucker to break this skid. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to feel, this game's going to be tight. For me, it's going to be like a fourth quarter win. He's going to come in there in the fourth quarter and we get this win. And I'm going to tell you like this, Raider Nation still doesn't feel any better because we are now 3-5.
I'm gonna feel better.
What's crazy though is I would take any game-winning touchdown. I would, because it's a game win. But please don't have it be Geno Smith to Tyler Lockett.
Oh.
Dude, I can't do that. I can't go back to that whole Seahawks stuff again, because then it's just gonna be just feeding all day long and not looking anywhere else. So just get someone else get open. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Put in Raider Wil in that bitch and let him get open. Because I'll tell you what, he probably would, because they're like, who's this dude? Like, and he'd be wide open for the game win. I take that right now. I mean, that's more feasible than having to listen to all the Seahawks fans in this area deal with the 12s and all that. I can't do that.
That's why you said that.
I see. Yeah, that's
so don't anybody else.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I like this score by GeoMex. He puts Raiders 56, Jaguars 3. That's what my Xbox predicted.
Right. Hey, on my Xbox, I had a 98-yard pick six with Max Crosby this morning. So like, but I wish the Xbox was the bearer of the truth, but it just tells me that I really need to figure out something else to do on Saturday nights.
100%. And hey, we got Ronnie saying 24-17, Brock Bowers MVP, 100 yards and a touchdown.
I'll take it.
Nice.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Guys, now we are to the part of the show where we specially brought our sister Krista, because she is the head of TBH Denver, and she will be throwing the biggest blackout the Mile High City has seen from year to year, and it seems to get bigger every year. So, Krista, give us the info on what we got going on for the weekend of November the 6th.
Right on, Will. Well, thank you again for having me. It's really big for us to be able to throw the big blackout parties, and it does seem to be getting bigger every year. The last bar we were at, there wasn't enough room. We had people were just piling outside. So this year, we did it big. We have 2 bars located right outside of downtown Denver. It's going to get some hype there. And one is a whiskey bar, which has an upstairs and a downstairs. And one is a cigar bar where people can mingle and, do their little smoke thing. And, we're going to be set up in there. We got a DJ. We got vendors that everybody's coming out. So I got people reaching out for me from Rochester, New York, all the way down to Baja, California. So we usually always get a big crowd, and so we're really, really looking forward to it. That's Wednesday night. That party starts at 7 p.m. So, we're going to be out and about and picking up people from the airport, doing a bunch of good stuff to make sure people feel welcome. So that's going to be our Wednesday night blackout party to start off for this wonderful TNF game.
All right. So on Wednesday night, right, sis, you're saying the cigar. What's the location, the name of the cigar bar?
Yeah, it's 2203 Larimer Street.
Okay.
And it's actually like the corner spot. It's called the Whiskey Bar.
Okay.
Right next to it, it's called Las Palmas, and that's a cigar bar. But they're sister bars, so right next to each other. We got both of them. They're happy to have us.
GeoMix says, shout out to Fort Collins. Both my daughters are born there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. I'm like, Albuquerque will be in the house, they're saying.
Yes.
So Albuquerque in the house as well.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Guys, make sure that you guys stay locked in, because I'm going to tell you like this. TBH Denver throws some of the best tailgates, some of the best parties. So on Wednesday, make sure that you guys hit up the cigar lounge, go out to the whiskey bar, have some drinks, enjoy some brotherhood, the camaraderie. Guys, 5280 used to get packed. And I know a lot of people are a little disappointed that 5280 is not over, but the city didn't give them their license back. So guys, hey, we have to do what we got to do. We got to move on. We got to do what we got to do. And she got a great location. The whiskey bar is located centrally right in Denver. It's going to be right off the 16th Street Mall, which is a great location. Now they just got it rebuilt, and it's going to be a hell of a party. And then our sis the next day is going to throw a huge tailgate starting at 2 p.m. Starts for $25. You can get your wristbands done. TBH Denver, this is what they do, man. This is how they raise the funds for that way you guys can have all you can eat, all you can drink on them. It's going to be in C-Lot. It's always bumping. She got her people out there like at 4 a.m. waiting in line. So y'all, make sure that you guys hit up my sister Krista and stay locked in with TBH Denver for this game, man, because it's going to be a hell of a game and a hell of a time.
Yep. I've had numerous people tell us just from our previous tailgate parties here in Denver that the way we run it really reminds them of the way we used to do it when we were in Oakland. So I'm trying to keep that going on year after year. With the heavy music and the dancing, we have a corner spot. Now people will start, there's a dance floor that develops there. So, it's a really big party, tons of food. All we ask is for that small donation, all you can eat, all you can drink. We have a bar. So yeah, pretty excited. And the guys are actually staying overnight. And this is a Thursday night football. There I have some guy about 4 vehicles staying Wednesday night by the stadium to ensure we get that spot.
Yeah. And
So we're dedicated.
Says he used to watch the games in Longmont, that Greg Beaker is from there.
Yeah, Greg Beaker's from Longmont. I live up in that area, man, so I know I'm like 20 minutes away from Longmont, about 40 minutes away from Fort Collins, and I'm a native here in Colorado, so I get it. Thanks for the shout out.
Yes, sir. Yo, and guys, hey, let them know where they can go to your watch parties this weekend to go watch the Jaguars game. So, Krista, I'll start with you.
So we now that 5280 bar is closed, we've been there for almost 4 years. We now are at the Huica's Mexican restaurant. It used to be a nightclub, so it's very, very big inside. We have 3 dedicated rooms. So yeah, it's really big, great food, scratch kitchen, drink specials. We have a menu for game day specials. So yeah, very family oriented, but that's the way we like it. We give a lot back to the community. So if you guys are in town, whenever, watch parties for TBH Denver, we'll be at that location.
Tony B.
All right. Well, the address is skipping my mind at the moment, but we gather at Flamin' Joe's in the Spokane Valley, Washington. During Raider game days, we offer Modelo specials, Corona specials, as well as appetizer deals. And we have raffles. We have a good old time. We meet there every game day, except like some of like the holiday games, obviously, because our watch parties are closed, our businesses are closed. But other than that, like all the games, the Thursday night games, the Monday night games, fight nights, UFC events, stuff like that, you can gather at Flamin' Joe's in the Spokane Valley. Come party with us and have a good time, meet some people, and win some prizes, eat some food, and have a good time.
And guys, if you guys are on the western slope of Colorado, specifically Grand Junction, guys, we are at the Eagles 595, and we'll be watching the game down there. Come down, have great drinks, have great food, and come enjoy some time. Now, guys, for the last segment of our show, for the last couple minutes, guys, we're going to answer some questions from the chat. So I'm going to give it, if you guys can give me those 5 minutes here, and let me see here. Let me ask you guys this question here. Ronnie says, should Jacoby and Lockett play over Betch and Thornton, the 2 rookies? What's your guys' opinion? I'm going to start with Krista. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do believe that the veteran players should get a little bit more action out there. But in order to win against this team, I think you need to involve all 4. But yeah, Jacoby and Lockett should probably get more plays.
Okay. Tony B?
Betch, maybe Thornton, not. I think that's just raw talent ready to be tapped. It's like they need to open him up. That guy is a monster, and they're not using him properly. So I'm not saying that Lockett needs to start over him, but Myers for sure. Lockett maybe coming in and being that veteran off the bench and that locker room presence. I don't know exactly how much, but like I think he gets in over Besh, but I don't think he gets over Thornton. He shouldn't.
I really like the way that Krista answered that question. We need to figure out how to mix these guys in. We need to figure out how to come with that mixture where the veteran guys are teaching the younger guys to get to that elite level. We need that. We have no leadership in that locker room. And that right there builds leadership where your older guys come in and teach. We need that. And I think Krista hit the nail on the head when it came to that. Now, hey, we have another question from GeoBix. It says, would you rather have the Raiders win or would you have rather see the Raiders get a number 1 overall pick?
Hey,
And
I don't watch.
Tony B?
I don't watch them to lose. I don't watch them expecting them to throw in the towel. We went over this last year on this show numerous times. When they step on that field, those motherfuckers better be ready to play.
Raiders win,
I don't
baby.
care. We don't
Raiders
play.
win all day.
Yeah, we don't play for draft picks. Like if you're looking at trying to evaluate talent later in the year, those guys need to be put on the field, and those guys better be ready to try to play. So, like, yes, maybe you're not throwing in the towel. Maybe you're looking to try to see where you can get out of some of these younger guys for the future. But those guys need to be ready to play and try to win. We don't try to play for draft picks.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, big luck. TBH San Antonio's in the house. Thanks for stopping on by, brother. He says Raiders W. And I agree with that. Ain't nobody going out there to lose. GeoMix, come on, baby. Nobody going out there to lose. Who wants to go watch a team and be like, hey, man, my team's a bunch of losers. We going out there to go lose and just get a number 1 pick. And getting a number 1 pick does not guarantee that you're going to get a good player. Just look at Jamarcus Russell.
Dude, number 1 pick, but there's so many holes to fill. A number 1 pick is not going to be the end-all, fix-all. Like, we got to figure out something anyway. So why not try to get some guys established in some time and take that mid-round first pick and try to establish and get some depth. Like, you're playing to win. Put them out there and let's see what we got, and we'll worry about the draft pick when the draft gets settled.
Yep. And then we got Predator. Do you think Pete is tanking? Is that what you get? So, hey, I'm going to let Tony go ahead. Do you think Pete's tanking?
I don't think he's tanking, but I think he's with older coaches, sometimes they get stuck in their ways and they're not willing to admit that maybe they're just a little bit off their past laurels. Like, I don't think he's tanking, but I just don't think he's adapting properly. And so I think he still thinks in his head that it's going to work. So by him thinking that he's not tanking, he's just not accurate.
Yeah, agreed. Pete, he's a winning coach. He wants to win. Well, you can tell it's going to take, like he said, he even admitted it, right? It's going to be, it's a lot harder than he thought. But tanking, I would say no. He just needs, his coaching staff to support him, and they need to come by and, make that right decision, all of them, and so they can able to go together. But no, do I think he's tanking? No. I think he's still in it to win it, for sure. He just needs to show it. It's time for it to come out.
Big Luck agrees with you guys. It says, I think Pete is stubborn and playing it safe and comfortable in what he knows. So I'm going to play it like this. Guys, as you guys know, when you got old Reliable out there, right? You got your old 1995 Ford Pinto ready to go. She's all shined up, looks good. Every single time you get an old Reliable, she never breaks down. But let's be real. Her time has passed. Your car should be in a museum. You need to go buy a new one. You need to upgrade. You know what? It's like when you go buy a new computer. You get all the chips, all the stuff upgraded, uploaded, whatever it is, and you make it functional. You can't make shit that worked 15 years ago make it work now. People already have found out how to take it apart, right? Like in the NFL is like, man, people are learning so quickly and things are happening so fast that, you know what, at the end of the day, can't tell me that you're going to use a 15-year-old project on a brand new car. You brought in Chip Kelly. You brought in all these brand new dudes, and you want to have the same old shit? Then why bring
Right.
in these guys? Makes no sense. But all right, guys, before we go, we're going to send out some salutes to the chat. Our boy Geo Mix, before we're out of here, says, facts, 5.8 wins per season since 2003. Get it right and let Gino finish the season. That numbnuts guarantees a first round pick. Okay. Ronnie says, no, he's still trying to figure out his OC and not taking control and letting his coordinators try to figure it out.
Are you talking about his two sons that can't coach for nothing?
we talked about that earlier.
Those are the ones.
Hey, Predator says, if he wanted to win, we would have considered the Chiefs rivals. And Big Luck says, how are we trying to win when we bring Alex Kappa? And last and not least, but our boy, the cover 3 is dead when you're in a zone, but if you cover 3 man, it works well. Ronnie, we can't disagree with you, man. But guys, we appreciate you guys locking in. We appreciate you guys coming on. And Sister Krista, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I know that you're so busy and you're getting everything prepped up. And Tony V, thanks for coming back, bro.
Man, it's been a while, man, but I'm going to be back at it. Like a second ago, my phone is just like Raider Nation. It got overheated and shut the fuck down. So that's why I popped off. So I'll tell you what, recharge the batteries. We're back at it. Let's make this shit happen, you know?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can't wait to see you guys in Denver.
Hey, Predator.
Yes,
Can't wait
man.
to
Let's
see you
go.
guys.
Let's
Let's
go.
get it. Let's
Yes.
get that W.
Absolutely. And y'all, it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the
Raiders.
All right. Oh, should be stopping.